Welcome to the Helping Real Estate Agents podcast, where you get tips and support to grow your real estate business. So kick off your shoes, grab a glass of wine, and get ready for another great discussion. Don't forget to join our Facebook group to ask questions, learn more, and hang out with other agents.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Helping Agents podcast. This is Tanya Eldert, and I am going to be focusing again this week on the Agent Systems of Success, a book I wrote with Thomas Hyman to help agents with all the stages of their career, from an emerging new agent all the way to opening your own brokerage. This week, however, I'm going to focus on my favorite section, and that is the Marketing Systems of Success. I have been training marketing to small business owners for probably 15 to 20 years, and I love it. I have owned it in a marketing agency and actually have been marketing for agents probably 8 years before I even became an agent. So it is a passion of mine, and this was my favorite section to write in the book. One of the things that I focused on is the whole marketing life cycle. When I say marketing, most people envision advertising, and marketing is not advertising. Marketing is everything from creating the brand, the connection, the product or the service that you provide, all the way around to the follow-up. So sometimes when I talk to agents and I teach a leads class, for example, I'm going to be teaching Leads Are the Lifeblood of Real Estate. Again, it's a course I created, and I've been teaching to associations for several years. And when I go into that class, people just expect how to find the leads, which of course is very important. But like I teach in that class, it's not just important to find the leads, it's important to convert them. If you have an agent who gets 100 leads and converts 10%, then, that's great. That's 10 leads that actually become sales. But if you get somebody who has 1,000 leads but can't even convert 1 or 2, it doesn't matter the number of leads. It's actually the sales that are important. And they miss this. They just think it's quantity over quality. And it's not just who comes in, but what you do with them once they come in. So in this class, I talk about the importance of the CRMs and the keeping in contact with them, providing great service and value, doing a wonderful close, and then, of course, the follow-up and the referral and keeping them in your business spectrum forever. So I think you can see it here. I have the real estate marketing life cycle, and this is one that I've kind of adapted and created myself over the years. But the first section I put into is both awareness and connection. Awareness because, one, they need to know that you exist, but also the connection because even though they know you exist, unless they feel some type of connection with you or have some reason to get in touch with you, just awareness is not enough. The next part is the capture or the CRM. So once they connect with you, are you holding on to their information? Do you get back in touch with them? Do you have a follow-up system? Is there a way that you are keeping them in your network so that when they are ready to buy, and buyers can take forever, sellers can take forever, they can be shopping for years. I've had leads that I've literally nurtured for over 2 to 3 years before they actually bought a house, but I stayed connected with them from the time we met on. The next part of the life cycle is, of course, the customer or the client. And if you listen to my podcast about 2 episodes ago, I talked a lot about systems and values and your standards and what standards you had for working with your clients and customers. This needs to be consistent so that everybody has the same great experience who works with you. And in my opinion, part of that system is looking at who's in your team to assist you with that. Because agents cannot be everywhere and do everything. And if you try, unless you only take 1 or 2 buyers at a time or 1 or 2 sellers, you can't either. You're not Superman. So who's on your team? Do you have a transaction coordinator who's going to help you? The title company, the lender, concierge? Who's working with you to make sure that they get a wonderful experience when they're working with you? The next is the sell or the close, the actual getting to the closing table. Yes, there's a lot of things that could fall apart there. If you've been in the business more than 20 minutes or gone to any forum, you know that things can fall apart at the last minute. Okay, so what do you do to provide that consistency, to try to make sure things don't fall apart? And the last part of the cycle is the follow-up. Once they are, happy, satisfied clients, that buyers, sellers, how do you keep in touch with them? And this is not the time to be calling them every month and saying, "Hi, it's Tanya. Remember I sold you something like 2 months ago? Well, I am so desperate for another commission. Who do you know might buy or sell a house? Anybody you can give me? Is there any friends of yours I can nag?" Okay, so now you know how I feel about that particular script. I'm sure it works for some people. You just won't ever hear me doing it. But there are a lot of great, legitimate ways to keep in touch with your past buyers or sellers. One of my favorite is from TPMCO. It is a follow-up campaign. They do mailers every couple of months, a magazine or postcards for 5 years, and it only costs you $25. And it's got your picture plastered on there, your website, your name, and it comes to them every few months. So they won't hopefully forget you. A lot of these things that I'm talking about, they become systems in your business. And this is what you need to have. And I don't expect everybody to be able to just drop and do all of this. And that's one of the reasons we created a workbook. So, the next page is your marketing overview worksheets. I also have a branding worksheet in here and funnel worksheets. I give you 10 different ways that you can bring in leads through different funnels. And the funnels are categories. There's many options under each category, but some are, warm connections or education events, community involvement, paid advertising, open houses, different things that your MLS or association may provide. There's one called down payment resources. There are so many ways that you can create funnels. And almost everything I just mentioned, except for the paid advertising, is free. It just takes some time to do it. So I have the funnel worksheets in there, and I recommend everybody have at least 5 funnels going at every minute. Okay, some will have more return, but inevitably, productive agents that I know who have this awesome funnel. And the only differentiator here is if it's referrals, like if they have been in the business forever and everybody just refers to them. But if they have other different funnels, something always changes. Facebook pay-per-click changes their algorithm. The company, the third-party company, decides to change the way that they were giving out leads to agents. I'm not going to name any names, but just think it through. Everybody changes. And if you relied entirely on one funnel for your business, and that funnel is controlled by somebody else, and it can dry up at any given time, your business could truly collapse overnight unless you have other funnels. And if you took that third-party source and made sure you kept in touch and continued to nurture the people that came from them so that you can be in touch with them for later referrals or business. So, hey, I kept this one under 10 minutes. I hope that this was helpful, and check back next week. We are going to go over another important system of success.